We also don't apologize in our lifeboat for believing in organized religion. Now, it's very popular today to hear people say, well, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. If you haven't heard that, then you haven't been listening, because lots of people are saying those words. What it means is, well, I believe in God, fine, I'm fine if God exists, but I don't want him to ask anything of me. I certainly don't want him to give me any commandments or requirements. I'm okay to just be spiritual and not be religious. Elder Jeffrey R. Holland spoke at a devotional at BYU several years ago, and he said spirituality would be fine if we all lived alone on mountaintops. Well, see, then it would be fine to just say, hey, I'm spiritual, I love everyone. But we don't live alone on a mountaintop. We live in communities. We live in societies. We live in families. And as long as we live in groups, then we need religion. We need the group practice of spirituality. We need the expectations, the routines, the standards of religion that force us to bring that mountaintop spirituality down to where the rubber hits the road. I mean, it's easy to say I love everyone until you're driving on a freeway and the lady in front of you is texting and swerving all over. See, that's when suddenly you don't need spirituality. You need religion. You need something that says, okay, I better force myself to put what I say I believe into practice. See, you don't need anything more than spirituality until your brother gets in your room again and goes through all your stuff, and you're like, dang it, I have told him not to do this, but he's still doing it just to make you mad. See, you don't need spirituality. Oh, I love everyone, let's have peace on earth. No, you need religion. You need something that's going to hold you accountable for whether you are practicing what you preach or not. See, spirituality is great, but sometimes we need a little more than that, especially when that lady in your ward gets up and bears her testimony every stinking month. Even after the bishop says, now we want everyone to have a turn, and she still gets up there and goes on for 20 minutes, and the whole congregation sits and puts up with it. Why? Because they're spiritual? No, because they're religious. Because they're willing to say, you know what? If I really say I love everyone, then that means I have to love people even when they're not acting lovable. And that is what organized religion can do for us, especially this organized religion. I have a student who said to me, I don't believe in organized religion anymore. And I said, well, how do you feel about organized airports? I mean, would you really want to fly out of an airport where everybody just does whatever he wants? No security lines. Oh, no, no, no. Terrorists, welcome. Walk on through. Pilot? Oh, he didn't show up. But one of the flight attendants thinks he wants to take a swing at it, so he's going to be flying the plane. And you know what? Up in the tower, the control tower, we don't know whether they're playing video games or whether they're actually paying attention to what's going on. But that doesn't matter because everybody can just do whatever he wants. Would you feel safe? Would you feel safe doing that? Would you feel safe? I wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't feel safe, and I wouldn't feel secure, and I wouldn't feel like I could have confidence that I'm going to get to my destination. It's the organized airport that makes us feel safe. and gets us where we need to go. So why do people think that we don't need organized religion? Or they make organized religion out to be some sort of an enemy. Is an organized airport an enemy? Is it the problem? No, it's the solution to the problem. And it's the same thing when we consider our organized religion.